Another segment of Scotty's Sports Show, and this week's segment is Food Fight Friday. How about that, folks? I'm going to give you my top 10 food eateries of sports bars in the United States that I have personally been to, that I personally endorse. First of all, let's go to number 10, Champion Sports Bar in Charlotte, North Carolina. Great place, great food, great atmosphere. I love the burgers. I love the fries. I love the beer. It's a great place to go eat. Another one is called Fergie's in St. Petersburg, Florida. That's number 9 on my list of sports bars and go and eateries to go eat. So that's another one I love. They got some great wings. They got great people there, and I love the owner. He's a good guy. I love him. Now the other one is Slackers in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Me and my cousin Eddie used to go there when I went down there to visit them when I was living in Brooklyn, New York. That was a great place to go eat. I love the food. I love the people. The atmosphere is great, and they got all the TVs for sports. And that's my number 8. My number 7, Manny's on Second in New York City, my place of birth. I love that place because it shows my beloved New York Yankees. They got great food. They show my Steelers too when I want them. And I love the atmosphere too in that place as well. And then the other one is called the Half Court. That is another one of my favorites in Brooklyn, New York. The Half Court is awesome because you cannot beat the prices and the food. You cannot beat the people, and you cannot beat the atmosphere there too. They got great pasta there. I love the dishes and I love the people. Also, that's number 6 on my list. The number 5, my personal favorite in the Bronx, right across the street from Yankee Stadium. It's called Stan's Bar and Grill. They got great food, great atmosphere, great people there, and the beer is cheap. And also, it's the only place in New York City that you cannot sit down and just drink. You got to order food and sit down at a table, which I like. It's very fair. And then that's the number 5 on my list. The number 4 is one of my personal favorites, one of my places I used to hang out in San Diego, California, where I used to live at, called the Gas Lamp Tavern. I love the food there. They got great wings. They got great sandwiches, and they have great sports. They have all the sports that I want to watch. It's the sportsman's haven down in the Gas Lamp district in San Diego. And then number 3 on my list is called Moondoggies. That's where I love to go watch my football games. I met a lot of my fellow Steeler friends there, and they recommended me to go there because it's a great atmosphere to go watch my beloved Pittsburgh Steelers, baby. Let's go Steelers. Now, also, number 2. My number 2 sports bar in the United States is called Bub's Dive. It is not a dive, people. It is a great place to go watch sports, especially "Here we go, Steelers, here we go." You hear that every Sunday and during playoff time and Super Bowl time. We love it. That's a great place. They got great wings. They got my most favorite. It sounds not too good, but I like the mac and cheese scrambled eggs in the morning because that's an awesome place to go eat to watch football. And all my friends, my Steeler fans, are there. I met my friend Eric Edwards there. We hung out, watched football, Super Bowls, and we love the Bubs because the owner of the place is from Pittsburgh but went to Virginia Tech in college. Good people. Also, now, my number 1 tops of my charts of my sports bars in the whole United States, where I personally recommend and personally been to. It's called the Press Box Sports Emporium in Tampa, Florida. That it has everything. And Walter, I love Beth Ann's chili. That is a great place to go out to get some chili. Some of the best chili I've ever had. And also, the sports atmosphere is awesome. They got about 200 screen TVs to go watch the games. They have great food. They got great burgers. They got great beer. And also, it's a great place to go if you want to hang out for New Year's Eve, because they also have a New Year's Eve party, too, as well. So that is my top 10 on Food Fight Friday, guys. Thank you for that. And let me go back into the NFL playoffs this week. This is the NFL Wild Card Weekend, folks. And it's going to be wild because there's going to be 4 top-of-the-line games. First, let's start off with the Oakland Raiders against the Houston Texans in one wild card in the AFC on Saturday. And my prediction of that game, I think the Raiders are going to take it this week. It's going to be like 24-22 Raiders against the Texans. That's a good team because even though they're playing with Connor Cook, their third string quarterback, I still think the Raiders are the better team than the Texans. The Texans. Now, the second game is going to be Detroit Lions versus the Seattle Seahawks. Now, that's a tough one because Seattle's hurting in the secondary. They have Earl Thomas Jr. out for their season. God, I hope he's feeling healthy. I hope he does his healing real quickly. That's the one thing. And it's going to be the one thing that Seattle has going for them. It's at home. They got the great 12th man out there, which is awesome. The 12th man is the key to their success in Seattle. So my prediction of that game is going to be, say, 34-27 Seahawks. That's my prediction. Okay, that's for the Saturday games. Now, for Sunday, my beloved Pittsburgh Steelers are playing at the big ketchup bottle in Pittsburgh called Heinz Field. That is a great place for football, great place for the NFL playoffs, and I hope to God someday they have a Super Bowl there. That'd be awesome. Now, my prediction of that game is going to be very awesome because, one, Big Ben, Le'Veon Bell's first playoff game in his career, and Antonio Brown are going to be the three guys that's never played together in a playoff game, if no one understands that. They've never played with each other in the playoff game, which is awesome. So it's going to be, I'm predicting a 35-14 Steeler rout in that game. Because, Miami, fish can't swim in snow, and they can't swim in cold weather. So guess what? The cold is going to get you, Miami. Watch out. Here comes Big Ben. Here comes Le'Veon Bell. And here comes AB, one of my personal favorites, Antonio Brown. And here comes the defense that is amazing. The Steel Curtain defense this year is going to rock your world, Miami. Watch it. You're coming into our house this time. And that's my prediction. 35 Pittsburgh, 14 Miami. And the next game, at the end of the game, it's going to be my second team, actually, that I root for. It's the New York Giants. They're going into Green Bay, Lambeau Field, where Eli Manning has beaten the Packers the last two times in the playoffs. And it's going to be interesting because there's been a lot of controversy this week with the Giants going down to Miami, actually partying before a big playoff game. And I'm telling you this, guys, it's going to be fun. It's going to be the Giants in Lambeau Field, the frozen tundra. And I don't think it's going to be that frozen anyway this weekend. It's not going to be that ice ball that Dallas and Green Bay played back in 1967, folks. It's going to be the Giants. I think they're going to upset them this time again. Eli's going to beat Aaron Rodgers for the third time. And my prediction is going to be this, guys. You ready for this? Giants, 27. Packers, 21 in overtime. Listen to this, folks. Watch out. Giants, 27. Packers, 21 in overtime. Mark my words, sports fans. And I'm telling you this, Monday night, the national championship game in Tampa, Florida. Folks, it's going to be an epic battle. It's going to be a battle between the number one Alabama Crimson Tide, the undefeated Alabama Crimson Tide, 14-0, against the upstart Clemson Tigers. They're 13-1. So, what my prediction for that game is going to be, oh boy, the Clemson Tigers are going to lose again this year, folks. I'm telling you that. It's going to be 45-24. Crimson Tide over the Clemson Tigers. So that's my predictions for the weekend, for Wild Card Weekend and the National Championship in college, the biggest game of the year. So, folks, that's it for this Football Friday. It's called Food Friday. Here we go, guys. I love you guys. Now, this is me signing off. Remember to subscribe to Scotty's Sports Show.